So this is going to be another movie review. This one's called One Body Too Many, 1944. I'm giving it 5 out of 5 stars. I love this flick. I thought it was funny. Couldn't stop laughing. It's a 1944 U.S. comedy mystery film. I thought it was horror comedy. Wikipedia calls it comedy mystery. Film directed by Frank McDonald, starring Bela Lugosi, Jack Haley, played the Tin Man in The Wizard of Oz, and the immortal Lyle Talbot, and of course Gene Parker from Flying Deuces. Lyle Talbot is Ed Wood fame. Did Adam Man versus Superman. He played Lex Luthor. He was in Dick Tracy television series. What else? Glenda, Mesa of Lost Women, Commando Cody, Sky Marshal of the Universe, Jailbait. What else? He was in 2 episodes of Leave It to Beaver. He was in High School Confidential, Plan 9 from Outer Space. He was in a bunch of TV shows after that. And his last movie was Amazon Women on the Moon. Final film role. What a career. He went from serials to Ed Wood to television. Back to Amazon Women from the Moon, which I didn't like. All right. So what can I say about it's funny. It's funny as heck. Jack Haley is great. Gene Parker, Bela Lugosi. You think Bela Lugosi's putting rat poison in the coffee? He wants to kill everybody, but there's a little plot twist going there. Funniest killer, diller, chiller. That's what the movie poster says. A timid insurance salesman, Albert L. Tuttle, played by Jack Haley, the Tin Man, visits eccentric millionaire Cyrus J. Rutherford, intent on selling him a $200,000 insurance deal, which is nothing. I've got over $1 million in life insurance, and it's all going to my son, not my ex-wife. Instead, he finds that Rutherford has recently died, and his mansion is now full of relatives who are, according to the will, all bound to remain in the mansion until a glass dome vault is constructed on the roof to house the deceased millionaire who was an ardent follower of the stars. Oh, brother. Astrology. Tuttle is mistaken for a private detective sent to guard the body. Once the confusion is cleared up and the real detective fails to show, he is persuaded by Rutherford's niece, Carol Dunlap, played by Gene Parker, to remain and ensure that the body is not stolen. If the body, yeah, the Tin Man has the hots for Gene Parker here. If the body should be buried on any place other than the vault, the will states that recipients would receive the largest request. All right. The will states that recipients who would receive the largest request will receive the smallest, and vice versa. One of the recipients plans to reverse the will in their favor, hide the body, and kill anyone who gets in their way. Unfortunately for mild-mannered Tuttle, he is directly in the way of the killer and the rest of the conniving family. The Tin Man gets naked in this one. And his body's kind of looks deformed or he's got these skinny twig arms on this big frame. Maybe that's why they made him the Tin Man. I don't know why Gene Parker sees in him Albert L. Tuttle. Now I know where they got the name for the Brazil movie. They got it from this film. And anyways, Pine Thomas Productions originally specialized in action films, but decided to move into comedy. It signed Jack Haley to star in movies for the company, of which this was the second. So there's a bunch of other Jack Haley, Pine Thomas production movies. Pine and Thomas originally wanted Boris Karloff for the key horror role. Frank McDonald signed to direct in December 1943 when it was known as Too Many Bodies. Eventually, Bela Lugosi was signed. So Bela Lugosi beat out Boris Karloff for the role here. He plays the butler, Merkel. And he's got a sidekick, Matthews, who's a woman, Blanche Yurka. Never heard of her. This is 75 minutes long. Public domain, black and white, distributed by Paramount Pictures, produced by Pine Thomas Productions, William H. Pine and William C. Thomas. What else? The movie poster looks cool. I want that movie poster. Released November 24th, 1944. Pine Thomas Productions. There's no other information on here. Where's the box office on this thing? I wonder how much box office this thing got. Any movie with Lyle Talbot, out of 5 stars. Same with Bela Lugosi. The failure of the original copyright holder to renew the film's copyright resulted in falling into public domain, meaning that virtually anybody could duplicate and sell a VHS DVD copy of the film. That's why you see like 100 copies of it on YouTube, including cult cinema classics. Therefore, many versions of this film are available on the market, or either severely and usually badly edited and or of extremely poor quality, having been duped from second or third generation or more copies of the film. Anyways, it's one of those so bad that it's good type movies. It gets a 5.4 out of 10 on IMDb at 1,300 ratings, which is kind of high for a film like this, a B movie. 1 hour, 15 minutes. That's exactly how long it was on YouTube, called Cinema Classics. Cool. I guess I'll go down my list now. I got a Karate Man recommendation coming. Finally. I've been watching these cult cinema classics for a long, long time. And I haven't gotten around to your mentions and recommendations. You, the people. I've been selfish. I've been doing the movies that I like, not the movies that you like, which is not characteristic of my channel. We aim to please here. We like doing movies that you like. All right. Even if I don't like them, I'll tell you. I'll tell you what I think, good or bad or indifferent. Blood Warriors, 1993. Screaming Tiger, 1973. The Wild World of Batwoman, 1966. Queen of the Amazons, 1947. Hell Up in Harlem, 1973. Snow Beast, 1977. Platoon Leader, 1988. Sherlock Holmes, The Case of the Reluctant Carpenter, TV episode 21, 1955. Mercenary Fighters, 1988. The Buckskin Lady, 1957. Stormcatcher, 1999. The Taking of Beverly Hills, 1991. The Manster, 1959. Bedside Manor, a.k.a. Her Favorite Patient, 1945. Dark Mountain, 1944. The Crater Lake Monster, 1977. Giant Spider Invasion. Stick, 1985. The Forest, 1982. Phantom from Space, 1953. The Dungeon of Harrow, 1962. The Amazing Mr. X, 1948. Damnation Alley, 1977. Shadow Warriors 2, 1999. Law of the Jungle, 1942. Blake of Scotland Yard, 1937. Kansas City Confidential, 1952. The White Cannibal Queen, 1980. Windjammer, 1937. Swamp Fire, 1946. Buster Crab. Police Story 4. Jackie Chan. Blood Ring, 1991. Hostile Country, 1950. Rotor. The Wrong Road, 1937. You Bet Your Life. Identity Unknown, 1945. Chain for Life, 1952. Untamed Women, 1952. The Case of the Christmas Pudding, Sherlock Holmes. TV episode 23, 1955. Texas, Brooklyn, and Heaven, 1948. Beast from Haunted Cave, 1959. Moon of the Wolf, 1972. Hurricane Smith, 1992. VHS Rare 90s action. Sherlock Holmes, The Case of the Suffragette, TV episode 20, 1955. Showdown, 1993. Best of the Best 2. TNT, 1997. My Dear Secretary, 1948. The Mystery Man, 1935. Bride of the Gorilla, 1951. Letter of Introduction, 1938. Dick Tracy versus the Mole, Season 1, Episodes 9 through 12. Devil's Island, 1939. Angel Town, 1990. Mercenary, 1996. Night Fright, 1967. DEFCON 4, 1985. Santa Fe Trail, 1940. Renegade Girl, 1946. And Passport for a Corpse, 1962. There you have it, my very long list. This one's highly recommended. Check out One Body Too Many. And that's the end of my review. No. I guess I'll go to the Karate Man recommendation now. What is it called again? What's at the top of my list? got to a Karate Man recommendation. I have to keep scrolling all the way down. One of these days, I'm going to clean up this list. It is Blood Warriors 1993. That's next on my list. Later.